What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I hope everybody has had a very happy and wonderful July 4th, Independence Day. I know I did. Ron at Classic Model Trains posted a video early this morning that just really made this Independence Day so much better for me. And not just for myself, but for my family and my brothers. And I'll be sharing that video with my mother as well. Seeing Dad's Pennsy S2 steam turbine 1946 running under its own power for the first time in 50 plus years. So that was just an amazing July 4th present. And to Ron at Classic Model Trains, thank you. I cannot thank you enough. If you ever need anything, I'm a phone call away. So, with that, I've been spending a lot of time with my family and taking care of stuff here at the house. Got through cooking supper earlier tonight and cooked a cake for everybody. Maybe one of these times I'll show a video of me actually cooking, So now I'm just sitting down and trying to decide what I want to do. So I've got the shell made for the Kinky Shero that we went through on the previous video, and I'm deciding on right here if I want to go ahead and punch through here and put a door in. More than likely, I probably will, because I want to have have a way to remove this to be able to put lights in, to remove the roof. So I'm trying to decide how I want to go about doing with that. If I'm just going to wind up like putting some thick ABS tubing in here and run it down and attach it to the roof, and then have it so there's got screws here on the bottom side. I would like to see these cars lit up, so I've just got to make up my mind how I want to do that. I'm definitely taking my time with this car, being that this is the first scratch build of the Kinky Shero. I want to stay in prototypical, but also know that everything's got to fit into the shell. I am going to do interior on it. And as far as the Union wagon trucks, I need to see how I can go about either modifying a set of trucks, or if I'm fixing up to purchase a 3D printer. I know there's some people out there that can do it, but at the same time, I'm like, I would much rather do it myself, because this is a scratch build that I'm doing here. And I got, do some other stuff. And that would also allow me to be able to 3D print diaphragms, or bellows, as some people call them. I did not get over to go get my belt sander from my brother-in-law's house, so that's why we're kind of at a stall on this right now, because I really need to sand all four sides, sand the roof, before I do anything else. As far as that, I'm also looking at window placements, because this is going to be strictly a coach model. I have from roughly this line right here, which goes in 1 inch to the blockade door, to here. To try to make sure I want to get the windows in there right, and the right height, and everything else. Then we got to start working on the underframe and the roof and the end caps. Doors on this thing. I know what I need to do to get the doors and how I want to do it, but I may pull a true 1950s trick, and that is actually where they took cardstock and they would create the door. They'd make the hole for the door, and then put the cardstock kind of very lightly folded on the ends and glue it in, so you had a definite true line for your door and your windows and stuff. and it was a cheaper way to manufacture them or to produce them at home. So that's one thing I'm truly looking at doing here, because this, I want to keep it true to O scale. Of course, probably 21 inches probably would have been better, but because the original one that I kit bashed is 17, is the reason why I stayed with the 17. Plus, when you ran the original numbers from Japan on the Kiki Shero cars, it equals out to like 17. It was a weird number, so I just went ahead with 17 straight through. And then I got to, like I said, round the roof, and make AC vents. I'm probably gonna check in with my brother, Paul Kepner, over at Kepcraft Media. If y'all haven't followed him, give him a like and subscribe. That's my little brother. And see if he can 3D print me some Kiki Shero trucks if I buy the material for him. Honestly, I hate to say it, when it comes down to electronics, no. I can wire anything all day long. But when it comes down to saying, oh, here, go work a computer, I'm like, no. Computers are not my thing. I will be investing in a better camera system and mics and stuff like that when I'm doing these videos for you. But that will be later this year, because right now I've got kids out of school, school coming back up, clothes got to be bought, school supplies got to be bought. So there's just a lot of things got to happen in a short time before school starts. So right now that's not going to be feasible. And then right after September, we got birthdays in there steadily for about the next 7 months after that. So there'll be a lot of stuff still being on my phone right now. And this will be with me on the road. Not this trip, because I will have two of my boys with me. And it'll be back when I'm just me on the road by myself, doing it on the road, and where I got a little bit more extra room. I've also had some questions about the diorama. The diorama is still here. I'm getting the stuff together for it right now. I just got to pick up the next section and be able to get everything to line up. And then I've got to start working on the base for it to stand up on. Again, once that's finished, it will go up for sale. So that's where we're at. I'm still really stoked about getting this done. This is one of 19 that has to be built, because of the fact the F&M excursion train is going to be 22 cars long. That's another thing. I've got to save up to be able to get a bigger locomotive. I would love to get a Hudson, or at least two of them to pull this train, because like I said, I want to, between the two of them, I want one painted to match this train, as far as tender, like the American Freedom Train did, and then one lettered with the end AM, so it shows two eras of the railroad system. Also, as I'm building some more of these, some of these will get painted in the end AM colors. And I'm also going to find another way to manufacture these. Not manufacture. I'm used to manufacturing stuff, so. But another way to do this and still be able to keep the weight that it needs. Anything else that I can think of off the top of my head? No? Not really. But looking really stoked on that. Maybe by Christmas, be another locomotive coming to the channel. I've been pricing and looking at a Williams FM Trainmaster. That is one locomotive I'm truly looking at, Williams or Lionel. And then the other one that I'm looking at is the E60, the GE E60. I like the E60 just because it was an oddball, kind of like the GG1. If you're any type of model railroader, you have to have a GG1. So that may be something else later down the road I may pick up next year. Um, but E60, from whatever all the reviews, they're actually a pretty good puller. So we're gonna look at that. Be buying some more track because as I've said, once the diorama's done and sold out of the way, then I will start the switching layout. And my wife's already kind of gone, oh no, he's going off the deep end. Well, honestly and truly, once it's all said and done, she'll like it. I want to get her involved with it too. Um, but the first part of that switching layout will be a replica of my dad's HO scale mine system that he had on his layout from basically 1968 till the time the HO layout came down, which was in 1985. In fact, I showed y'all some pictures of that when I rebuilt that section of it. So I'm really looking forward to doing this in O scale and doing some other stuff. While I'm at it, the NDM camp car, kitchen car, whatever you want to call it, we'll be going through a little bit of renovation. It's not changing color. This is not changing, but these trucks are. I'm going back to freight trucks on it, and then she'll be good to go. So that's where we're at, and that's what I'm doing. And again, happy 4th of July, everybody. I hope everybody had a wonderful Independence Day. I know I did, and I had a very eventful one. And I'm looking forward to the next video. I'm looking forward to keeping y'all going and keeping myself going, along with making some more stuff. And let's see what happens. Once the turbine gets here, we're going to get a running video of it going so that everybody can see the steam turbine run on my track here with my family, and something that I would like to share with my brother as well, because he's never seen it run. So I feel very blessed right now. I truly do. And as always, everybody, please hit like and subscribe, drop some comments. And as always, please keep the shiny side of the rubber down. Be safe. I want to see y'all all back. Y'all have a good night and an excellent rest of your 4th of July.